So this time I will discuss to you the ellipse with center at the origin, which is 0, 0. So we have two cases for ellipse. Okay, we have the horizontal ellipse, which is located on the x-axis. Take note, the major axis is at the x-axis, and we have the vertical ellipse, which the major axis is in the y-axis. So if you can illustrate that, yung mas mahaba na axis ay nasa x-axis, so that makes that horizontal. Yung mas mahaba na axis ay nasa y-axis, that makes that vertical. So we have two equations for that. Okay. The ellipse with foci on the x-axis is this. The equation is x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared is equal to 1. While on the y-axis, we have this. What's the difference? Take note that a, in this case, is located under the x squared. That is the denominator of x squared. While here, a squared is the denominator of y squared. So that's the difference. Later we'll identify. The value of c, which is the focus, is the square root of a squared minus b squared, such that a is greater than b. Take note, a is greater than b. On the other hand, we have c is equal to the square root of a squared minus b squared. Okay, the same equation. If you're familiar with this is the Pythagorean theorem or formula. It's also a is greater than b. So how do we identify if an ellipse is horizontal or vertical? So let's try this as an example. Letter A, that is y squared over 36 plus x squared over 20 is equal to 1. Okay. Is this horizontal or vertical? How do we know? Okay. In this case, okay, we will look at the denominator. Take note, class, that in all cases, whether it's horizontal or vertical, A is greater than B. A is greater than B. In this case, your A falls on y squared. 36. So 36 will be your A because that is greater. It's always A is greater than B. And 20 is your B. So therefore, if it is A, it falls on the y-axis. So now that is a y-axis. So we can write this as y squared over 36 is, that is 6 squared, right? Plus x squared over 20. What is the square root of 20? Square root of 20 is equal to, that is 4 times 5. That is 2 square root of 5. Okay, that is 2 square root of 5 squared. So what is your A? Your A is 6. Your B is 2 square root of 5 or square root of 20. Now what is your C? C is just simply the square of A minus square of B and take the square root. So C is equal to the square root of A, which is 36 minus 20. C is equal to the square root of 16. So your C is 4. Okay, that is your A, that is your B, and that is C. Now, we will solve the vertex, the coordinates of the vertex or vertices, the foci, the length of the major axis, the endpoints of the major axis, and also the length and the endpoints of the minor axis. So class, based from our previous solving, this is a vertical. Take note because your A is located under y squared. So to solve for the vertex, that's just simply 0, positive, negative A. What is our A? In that case, that is 6. So our vertices will be 0, positive, negative 6. Next, the focus will be 0, positive, negative C. Our C is 4. So this is 0, positive, negative 4. Now, the length of the major axis is just simply 2 times A. That is 2 times A. Your A is 6. That is 2 times A. That is 12. The length at the endpoints of the major axis, that is simply 0, positive, negative A, or your vertices. Okay, so that is 0, positive, negative 6. The minor axis is just 2b. What is your b? Your b is 2 square root of 5. So that is simply 2 times 2 square root of 5 is equal to 4 square root of 5. And the endpoints are positive, negative, b, 0. So this will become positive, negative b, which is 2 square root of 5, 0. Let's try to graph. Let's try to graph this. I think we do not have enough space. I will be erasing this. Okay? To graph this coordinates, so we will just plot the points first. Okay, first is your vertices. That is 0, 6, and 0, negative 6. So from the x-axis, this is your y-axis. So that is 0, negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And negative, positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 0, 6, 0, negative 6. Next is your focus. That is 0, positive, negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 0, negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. This is 0, positive 4. Next is your major axis, the length, the endpoints. The endpoints of the major axis, that is 0, 6. This is the endpoints. Same with the vertices. And the minor axis is B, 2 square root of 5. So 2 square root of 5 is, let's check. What is 2 square root of 5 is approximately 4.47. So your co-vertex, that is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.47, or we can write this as 2 square root of 5, 0. And this is negative 2 square root of 5, 0. We still need the endpoints of the latus rectum to be able to graph this ellipse. We already have these values to be able to graph, but we still need the latus rectum. So I just wrote here the endpoints of the latus rectum. So that is positive, negative b squared over a, negative c, and positive, negative b squared over a, positive c. So your b is 2 square root of 5. So 2 square root of 5 squared is, okay, that is 4 times 5, which is 20. And your a is 6. So that is 20 over 6. You express that into lowest term by dividing both sides by 2. So 20 divided by 2 is 10. And 6 divided by 2 is 3. So this is our x values for the latus rectum. So positive, negative 10 over 3, negative 4. Positive, negative 10 over 3, positive 4. So where is that located? So you will just look here. The value of 10 over 3 is approximately 3.33. So that is 1, 2, 3, 3.33, 4. So our graph is here. And 1, 2, 3, 3.33. This is 3.10. Erase this. That is 0, -4. This is 0, -4. And here is what is that? 3, 10 over 3, -4. This is -10 over 3, -4. So 3 over ito naman here. So that is 10 over 3, +4. While here is 10 over 3, a negative, +4. So those are the coordinates of the latus rectum. And if we're going to graph, our ellipse goes like this. Assuming that this is an accurate illustration, okay? Sorry for the illustration. Not good in drawing. Okay, so this is our LR. This is our LR. Take note, this is our major axis. The length of the major axis is 12. And this is our minor axis. The length of our minor axis is 4 square root of 5.